the Zoom call. So hang tight. And once it's 7:30 p.m., we're going to be starting right on time, guys. We really do appreciate you coming out here, spending the evening tonight to take a look at this broker opportunity overview. So Morgan,
Yeah,
you just let me know once we're live on YouTube and we'll get this started.
we're live on YouTube. Good to go.
All right, guys. It's 7:30 p.m. on the dot. So welcome everyone. We're going to get this started. My name is Nick DuHaime. I will be presenting tonight's broker opportunity overview, and just wanted to start off thanking all of you coming out here tonight, spending your evening to take a look at this broker opportunity overview. In this presentation, I'm going to go through what this is all about, who we serve, and how you can make an impact in the market and also for your families, your financial situation as well through compensation. Now, someone thought highly of you and invited you out here tonight. So you're going to take a look at what this is all about, and you're going to be able to decide for yourself whether or not this is for you, right? But this has been a game changer and a life changer for many agents, including myself. So without further ado, I want to get right into this so you can take a look at what this is all about and you can decide whether or not this is for you. And if you want to be a part of this amazing company with this amazing impact that we have going on. So bear with me. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now with all of you, getting a few slides up to share, and we'll get this started. So that should full screen. Can you guys see that?
Great.
All right, awesome. So guys, business loan broker, funding the front line of capitalism. Serve business owners, build an agency, and get paid well to do both. So this is a massive opportunity to help business owners because business owners at some point need funding, and most of them get denied at the bank. And we can get them funding very quickly, and you can get paid fast to do so. And you can build an agency as well if you decide to. And it's a nationwide impact. So you can help business owners locally in your state and nationwide. So why so many love this? Well, there is no license required. It's free to start. There's daily commissions paid, and you can earn overrides on your agency team as well. And it's home based. You don't have to open up an office. It's home based, it's flexible, it's scalable, and it's online. So you and your agency can create a money machine. What do I mean by that? Well, here's an example. Let's say you go out and help a business acquire $80,000. You're going to earn $3,200. Now, let's say one of your personal brokers does exactly the same. You're going to earn about $320 or more, right? So how many brokers just like that do you want on your team? Do you want 10 brokers, 50 brokers? You can see how that adds up. You can do the math, right? So what you actually do, you find and identify a business that needs funding. You send them your personal website, you connect them to our online funding platform, and our expert team handles the rest from there until they get them the funding they need to grow and expand. So you earn on your own deals and your agency's deals as well. Now, we provide leverage here, not debt. Debt is money taken and spent in a way that does not benefit the business. Leverage is money taken to grow, to help that business owner thrive or profit more. Leverage funding in action can look a couple ways. We call these fuel plays. One example of a fuel play can be a business that has one location and wants to open up multiple locations. Maybe a business that has an opportunity for an inventory discount. They're able to increase their inventory by taking advantage of that opportunity. Or a business that needs to renew equipment, purchase and invest into new equipment so they can increase their production, right? Or a business that is outdated needs to renovate, needs to remodel so they can attract more clients. And by attracting more clients, they're able to increase their revenue. landscape business that may need to double or triple their crew, a restaurant that's slammed busy and they need to expand seating so they can attract more clients, seat more customers, and increase their revenue by doing so, or a construction company, right? That is presented with a job and they need working capital to say yes to that job because that job is going to help them profit a whole bunch, right? So these are fuel plays, right? Now, sometimes leverage isn't for growth, it's a rescue play, like getting through a pinch. For example, a restaurant that is about to be evicted, they need to get caught up with rent, or a business that their equipment broke down, they need to get that repaired right away. Maybe they need it for payroll, right? To pay their employees on time, or they're out of stock. They need to purchase new inventory so they can start selling again. And another example could be, a tax issue. They need to get that tax settled. So a business owner can be in a pinch at some point, and you can help them resolve that situation or challenge they're going through. Why business funding? Well, millions of businesses cannot get funding at their banks. It's the most underserved market in America, and there's 30 million small businesses in America. Over 20 million are not bank eligible. And the statistics show within the first couple of years, many of them are going to fail. But you can be the difference between them growing or them closing. And the number one reason for failure when these business owners were asked, it was because of lack of access to working capital. So, as many ask, isn't that what the bank is for? Yes, but banks are great for 10%. The other 90% of business owners are not qualified at the bank. Why are so many rejected? I am going to show you why. At the traditional bank, a business owner must have collateral. That already disqualifies most business owners. They don't own the building that they run their business in, or even if they have collateral to put up, they don't feel comfortable putting up their house or their business if they do own the building or some sort of asset, right? Through the bank, that business owner must have at least 2+ years in profitable tax returns, at least a 700 plus FICO score. That business must have a plan approved by the bank. And it's a long, complex application, anywhere from 1 to 3 month wait for a decision. That means less than 1 million businesses qualify. Now, here's where we come in, our industry, alternative capital. There's no collateral required. They must be generating at least $15,000 or more in sales the last 3 months. At least a 550 FICO score is okay, and they can use the funds freely. There's no restrictions. It's a simple 5-minute online application, and within one business day, they can receive the funds in their business checking account. Now, that's not even counting the 20+ million other businesses who can qualify for our instant funding, which are smaller businesses generating $3,000 to $15,000 in monthly sales. So there's over 9 million businesses that qualify, plus another 20 million other businesses that are generating less revenue. So you can see how massive that opportunity is. Now, the industry, this is a $300 billion industry that most businesses don't even know exists. In 2024, the industry was up 11% to approximately 284 billion, and the expectations is for it to go up to 378 billion by 2028. And our first goal in DAC is to capture 1% of this market, which would be $3 billion in funded deals. And when that happens, that's going to equivalent to $210 million paid out in broker commissions to brokers just like you. So finally, business funding that works for the other 90%. But there's a problem. There's not one lender that is best for every business. There's over 100+ lenders out there, and about 20 are great, and we represent those 20. But even amongst the best 20, there isn't one who is best for every business. Why? Some lenders depend on funding depending on the industry type or the monthly sales amount, time in business, credit score, etc., right? So how did DAC solve this? DAC went out and created Bank Breezy, our online funding platform, where a business owner fills out a simple 5-minute online application. The top 20 providers compete for the deal, and the best offer is delivered in one business day to your client. So it's a simple and convenient solution for the unbankable 90%. And what are the offers that these business owners get? Well, we have two products. One is our core rate preferred funding product, and approvals are anywhere from 1 to 2 times their average monthly revenue. So, for example, if a business is generating $100,000 a month in sales, they're eligible to receive anywhere from $100,000 all the way up to $200,000. Now, what are the rates? Well, rates, banks use rates and can be confusing with APR over 5 years, 12%, 10%, could be confusing. So we understand that business owners understand dollars and cents. So we talk about cost of capital. So they're going to be paying back anywhere from 1.15 times to 1.25 times the funded amount or the approval amount. So for example, on $100,000 funding, their payback is anywhere from $115,000 to $125,000. And to qualify for our core rate, they have to be 2+ years in business, generating $15,000 or more in monthly sales the last 3 months, and have at least a 685 FICO, right? And we always try to get them the core rate first because this is our preferred funding product. But if they don't qualify, we'll move them into our flex rate offers to find their best available options. So take a look at our flex rate marketplace best offer. Approvals are anywhere from half to 1 times their monthly revenue. So for example, a business generating $20,000 a month in sales, they're eligible to receive anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 in funding. Now, the cost of capital here is 1.26 times to 1.5 times the funded amount or the approval amount. So for example, on a $50,000 funding, the payback can be anywhere from $63,000 to $75,000. Now, the qualifications here for a business is easier for them to be approved for, right? So they have to be in business for at least 6 months in business or more, generating at least $15,000 or more in sales the last 3 months, and have at least a 550 FICO score. And this is a conversation we have with the business owners all the time. If the benefit of having the funds, of acquiring these funds, outweighs the cost, then they will proceed. This is what it's all about, guys. Business owners, like I showed you before, they can't get funding at the bank and they come across opportunities to grow and expand their business. So we will provide them with the best option for their business. And if they're able to double, triple their revenue through our funding solutions, our funding options, then they will proceed. But we're not the lender. We don't guarantee we don't determine the cost of the funds, but we do guarantee the best offer. And in DAC, if your client finds a better offer for the same type of funding, we're going to pay them $500. But guess what, guys? We have never had to pay that out. So you can go out there to the market with your head high, chest out, shoulders back, confident, knowing that your client is going to receive the best offer guaranteed. A little bit about DAC. We are a nationwide business, Michigan-based, 9 years strong, coming on to our 10th year now in August, financially stable every year. And our experienced leadership, the founder, David Rutz, has over 30+ years of proven success in the home-based business space. And if you combine that with our corporate team, there's over 100+ years of leadership. And DAC launched Bank Breezy and has already served over 300,000 businesses. And DAC's opportunity impact goal is to have at least 100,000 active brokers. And by having that amount of brokers, we're easily going to be able to capture that 1% and grow from there. And you can take a look at the upper right corner, David Allen Capital Trust Pilot. We have a 4.6 rating, excellent rating from clients because we are able to provide a phenomenal service. Now, the market is screaming, guys, and this is a perfect timing to jump in. I'm going to give you a little comparison with the real estate industry. Real estate industry is a phenomenal industry. I love that industry. I actually have a family member that does very well in real estate. But I'm going to show you that last year there was over 4.7 million homes sold, and there's about 3 million licensed agents. That means there's one agent for every 1.58 homes sold. And that's a competitive space. However, it's still a very good and great opportunity. But when we compare it to our industry, business funding, there's over 9 million businesses and 100,000 brokers. There's not even 100,000 brokers, but let's say if there is right now, that would mean there's one broker for every 90 businesses needing capital. That's a tremendous, tremendous opportunity when you see the market that's there to serve, right? Now, here's your website that you're going to receive your business funding website. This is when you send a business owner, they're going to come across this 1 minute video. David Rutz, that's the founder, explaining about our Bank Breezy funding platform, why he started DAC. That business owner you send to your website is going to be able to look at all these details, qualifications, frequently asked questions. So all this information is provided to that business owner when they go to your website. This is what the initial intake form looks like at the Bank Breezy platform right before they apply and start the process. Now, you're also going to receive on top of all that social media images, videos, everything for you to take this to go to your social media platforms. And like we always say, business success starts with you. You simply help business owners grow by helping them acquire the funds they need, and you get paid fast with big bonuses by doing so. Some of the other ways we serve clients, guys, is this is our merchant processing, one of our residual services. Our dual pricing erases the business owner's fees and boosts their profits. Also, we have a healthcare service, which is our health share that cuts the costs, but not the care. Most families save 60 to 80% compared to traditional insurance. This is our instant gig funding up to $10,000 for small shops, side gigs, side hustles, solopreneurs with sales of at least $3,000 or more per month. But these are excellent, phenomenal services we have that we can serve clients as well with. But our main focus, our bread and butter, is our business funding up to 2 million, built for business owners doing $15,000 or more in sales per month. And that is a market of over 9 million businesses that we can serve, right? So you can see how big of a market this is to serve, the impact we can make and create here because business owners really do need funding at some point in their journey. They may not need it now, but at some point they will, and we can be the solution for when that need arises. Now, having all that in mind, you may be thinking, how are we paid here as a broker with DAC? And that's what I'm going to get into right now. You're going to see how tremendous this compensation is and how lucrative it is. So you simply fund a client, you get paid the next day. Typically, it's anywhere between 1 to 3 days after the funded deal goes through. It can be up to 5 days, but typically anywhere from 1 to 3 days is normal. You're one conversation away from your next payday, and there's no limit on the amount that you can have, the amount of commissions you can earn, the amount of businesses you can help. So on every funding, that equals income paid fast. So you get 40 to 80% of bonus revenue. Bonus revenue is what DAC earns on each deal. So let's take a look. On our core rate preferred funding product, you're going to be earning anywhere from 1 to 3% of the funded amount. So let's take a look. You help a construction business acquire $200,000 at 2%, you would earn $4,000. That is a nice commission with a comma in it. Now let's take a look at our flex rate, marketplace best offer. You're going to see payout is slightly higher. You're going to earn anywhere from 2 to 5% of the funded amount. Why are we paid slightly higher? Well, because the cost of the funds is higher for the business owner, as you saw before, right? So let's take a look at you help a bakery acquire $50,000 at 3%, you would earn $1,500. So you can see how lucrative this can be, whether it's the core rate or the flex rate product. We're always going to get them the best offer, but either or, you can see how lucrative this can be, how large of a commission you can earn here. And with our residual income, this is what we call quiet money, month after month. You keep up to 50% of residual revenue. So for example, if you sign up a restaurant with our dual pricing and they're processing $100,000 a month, you're going to earn about $3,000 a year or $250 a month residually, month after month. How many restaurants just like that can you sign up, right? So you can see with our bonuses now through funding and our residuals later, this can add up pretty fast. But your income isn't limited to just you. Just like other brokerages and agencies out there, they grow by adding other brokers, more brokers. You can do exactly the same. We call this agency expansion. And DAC is going to pay you 10 to 50% income match on the brokers you personally enroll. So you're going to earn 10 to 50% on your personally enrolled brokers based commission. And that's not just once, that's just not on their first deal. That's for life. So let's take a look at this example. Let's say you bring on this broker, your broker, John. John goes out, helps a restaurant acquire $100,000. That restaurant owner is thrilled. That $100,000 generates $8,000 in bonus revenue. Remember, we earn at a minimum 40% bonus revenue. So John just earned $3,200 commission. John is thrilled. The business owner is thrilled. And you, since John, you brought on John as your broker, you earn 10 to 50%. At 10%, you would earn $320 because John helped that restaurant. Now, that $320 is not coming out of John's commission. This is paid separately from DAC, from corporate. So John earned his $3,200 and you earned separately $320. But let's say if you were at the 50% mark, you would earn $1,600 because John helped that restaurant. How do you get to the 50% instead of the 10%? Well, you're always at minimum earning 10%. To get to the 50%, you just have to have had acquired a client in the last 30 days. If you acquired a client in your last 30 days, you'd be at that 50%. You would earn $1,600. So think of it as getting paid on your broker sales for life because that's exactly what it is. Now, let's take a look at this visual, create ongoing income with personally enrolled brokers. So, for example, I love this map because it provides a visual example of what is possible. Now, all those are your personally enrolled brokers nationwide. Those numbers in green represent their annual income. You can see over there in Texas, down there in Texas, that broker of yours did not generate any income because he didn't help any businesses. So let's take a look on what's possible. So you being at 10% over there in Wyoming, you earn $7,000 on that broker. $3,000 in North Dakota on that broker. Over there in Oregon, $3,000. In New Jersey, $4,000. Colorado, $14,000. South Carolina, $18,000. Bam, bam. You can see how this starts to add up, right? You're at 10%, you're earning 10% their base commission. Now, over there in Texas, you didn't earn on Texas because he did not produce any income. But what if you were at the 50%? That's 5 times the income. Same group, same effort. So the total group's income here is $600,000. Your match at 10% would be $60,000 you would earn that year on all of your brokers, right? If you're at the 50% mark, that would be $300,000. And how do you get to that 50% or how do you maintain that 50%? You just have to acquire one client at least every month and you would be at that 50%. But guess what, guys? It can only multiply from there. Your brokers are going to see this opportunity and they're going to want to bring on other brokers as well. And this is what we call developing a nationwide agency for you. So you can override earnings on all of their brokers as well. So you can unlock income through leadership ranks and through performance on thousands of brokers coast to coast. Like I said, you're going to bring on personally enrolled brokers. They're going to see this opportunity. Some are just going to go out there, serve clients, help business owners, make an impact, and earn very well by doing so. But other brokers are going to go out there, help business owners, and also they're going to bring on other brokers, and their brokers are going to start bringing on other brokers. And this is how this starts to multiply. And when any of them get a check, you can get an override check as well. And this is how the money stacks up. So through your direct broker commissions per funding on average, as an example, you're going to earn on average $3,000. On your agency, your personally enrolled brokers per funding in that group, you're going to earn on average $300 at a minimum, right? On your nationwide network of brokers, your multiplied team, for every funding that goes on in your multiplied team, as an example, on average, you're going to earn about $100 each. So your income grows through personal production, broker development, and an ever expanding agency network. That's scalable impact. That's exactly how money stacks up. And on top of all that, DAC provides you with the trainings and extras to succeed here. Your ready to go business system provided to you for free. You're going to be given a sales process step-by-step plan on how to acquire clients and on how to succeed. Proven. An agent back office where you can track all your deals and see all the brokers you bring onto your team. You're provided as soon as you start with all the training necessary for you to go out there and serve the market to get, and you're going to be able to get certified quickly through this training process. We have an LMS launching very soon. It's called our learning management system, which is going to help you to get certified through training. Our agent resource center, where you can find all the promo videos, the promotional images, scripts, emails, everything you need to take all the tools, the marketing tools to take this and to roll with the business. Also, our funding platform, our online funding platform, Bank Breezy, guys, that costs $30,000 a year for any other sales organization or company. And you have access to all of this. You're provided with all of this absolutely free, absolutely complimentary. Becoming a DAC broker, you have access to all of this. On top of that, our unmatched support and community. We have a 24/7 broker group on Facebook. We have live daily coaching Monday to Friday where experts go on and train about our services, building agencies, helping your team. You can ask questions. David Rutz, the founder, is on these calls. You can ask him questions. Wade Cordell, our senior funding officer, who has helped thousands and thousands and thousands of businesses through our funding solutions. You can ask him questions as well on these calls. Those inner circles anywhere else cost thousands of dollars. You have it here complimentary. Our real support, our internal team, these are real support. This is real support. These are real people and with real answers. And your leaders, they only win when you do. You saw through the compensation. You're going to have leaders on your team that are incentivized to help you through the process, to help you acquire clients, to get out there, to serve the market. They want you to win because when you win, they win as well. So you're never alone in this business, guys. And we have something called our money where our mouth is guarantee. We don't make a dime until you make a dollar. We offer a better way to serve and succeed. There's no fees, no risk, no fine print, fast commissions possible. You literally can help a business owner next week and receive a commission with the comment next week. That quick. So we don't win unless you win. That's the type of company, that's the type of opportunity I want to be in, right? So in summary, a business you can scale from anywhere, over 9 million businesses, a nationwide reach that can use our small business funding solutions. And you, by helping them acquire the funds they need, you can earn daily. And you're provided with all the proven sites and systems to succeed here. And our expert internal support team engages with your clients and walks them through the process until they get the funds they need to grow and expand. A real solution, a real need, and a real impact. In summary, no barriers. There's no excuses, guys. You can start part-time anytime, no license or red tape, zero investment to launch, zero risk, and you can work from anywhere. Literally, you can work from anywhere. So heck, launch in one day. I always say launch in the next 10 minutes. Hang tight. I'm going to show you how to. Make a difference by creating your own money machine. Get paid fast, get paid monthly, get paid on teams if you decide to build one, and you're never alone here. If you can follow a system and talk to business owners, this works. So guys, where do you stand? Are you a one? I'm out. Not for me, but I'll refer. Hey, if you are a one, we appreciate you taking the time out of your evening to be a part of this presentation. All we ask of is to get back with the person that invited you out here tonight. If you come across a business owner in need of funding or someone looking for a broker opportunity, income opportunity, please refer them to that person that invited you here tonight because you can help their business out tremendously. Now, if you're a 2, I'm curious, I need a few more details. A 3, I'm in. Let's launch, Nick. I'm ready. Let's get paid. Let's serve. Let's get out there. Hang tight. In the next 2 minutes, I'm going to go through the 4 steps of getting started. So are you ready to move? Let's go. Again, thank you. If you are a 1, thank you again. And just know this, our doors are always open if you ever decide to come back and give this a try. Now, guys, here's our 4 steps of getting started. Number 1, get started. It's 100% on us. No investment, no risk. Get with the person that invited you here tonight. Ask for their partner website. They're going to send that over to you. Fill out a quick enrollment form. Takes 2 minutes, and bam. Congratulations, you are a broker with DAC, an independent broker with DAC. Check your inbox. Automatically, you receive a welcome email. Look at that, read through that welcome email, save it, and then you're going to see that there are videos and links. Step number 2 is get trained. Go to that welcome email, go through the videos number 1 and 2 that are there, and this is going to unlock your private game plan. Videos number 1 is getting started right overview, and video number 2 is our business funding overview. Once you watch both of those videos, get with your enroller, with your upline team leader, and you're going to go through a game plan to strategize on what you want to accomplish here in DAC. And then number 3, guys, is get going. Apply what you learned through training and get out there. Let the world know who you are and how you can help business owners. Share your websites and let the world know. Number 4, get positioned. Get your first client and go amped. Amped is when you acquire a client, that's going to position you to earn much more on the following client and earn more on your broker's production as well. So in summary, get started, get trained, get going, and get positioned. And before I end tonight's presentation, we have one question is, which path fits you best? Here in DAC, we understand that there are 3 opportunities, 3 types of brokers. So we want to know if you want to be a solo broker, that broker that earns from personal efforts, goes out, helps businesses, and makes tremendous income by doing so, by serving the market. Do you want to be a broker enroller where you continue to help business owners, but at the same time, you earn from brokers you mentor? You bring on brokers and you mentor them and you help them succeed. You earn from brokers you mentor. Or do you want to be an agency builder? An agency builder is that broker that sees this opportunity and sees how massive of an opportunity this is, how they can bring on brokers in every single state if they want to. They can open markets. They can help mentor different brokers in different areas. And by doing so, this is going to make a nationwide impact. And by doing that, by creating a nationwide impact, they're going to be able to earn from their agency expansion. An agency builder is a desire, it's a mindset, and you do not have, for any of this, you don't have to have experience because that is why our systems and trainings are in place. But we just want to know which path fits you best. So let your enroller know which one you want to be, and let's start building today, guys. So that is it with the presentation. I'm going to stop sharing. Thank you all. Thank you for taking the time out tonight, being here. If you're brand new, guys, if you're brand new, someone invited you out here tonight. All we ask of is, if you're still here, we are assuming that you are ready to roll. So get back, like I said, with the person that invited you here tonight. Ask for their partner website, enroll with DAC, and begin your journey with us. So guys, I am going to open this up for questions, Q&As, live Q&A. So if anyone has a question, raise your virtual hand raise. There you just go to React and click on raise hand. And if any questions at all regarding this opportunity, I'd be more than happy to answer anything. I see there's many chats. I can see lots of comments. Some great presentation. Thank you guys. Thank you. Appreciate the kind words. I'll wait a few more. All right, I see Matthew DuHaime. I recognize that name always, right? I wonder who that can be.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy that I brought you on. And as folks are, familiar with Nick, who've been watching the presentations every Thursday, he's refined it every time to get to the point. And the point that I felt tonight more than anything was that this is not a place for somebody with an employee mindset. You're a business owner. Don't, you own a business. If you've never owned a business, now you do. You just log on. And then the nice thing is you don't have the liability or all the problems that business ownership inherently imports. You have no risk, no liabilities, but all the benefits of leveraging a team, leveraging a market, building those little markets, segments he mentioned about being, an agent, having a large national network of agents. That's crazy if you think about it. Why not? Now, is there an investment required? No, there's no money required for anybody to start here. And I thought about that when I started, like, there's got to be a catch. Like one of the other agents, Ellen Wynn, who started with me right about the same time, said the same thing. We were always on these calls. I'm like, okay, I'm talking to these businesses and I was building a team and I'm earning money on agents that get deals. I'm like, is this real? Like more than my own commissions, I was getting commissions and overrides on these agents that I brought on. I'm really not really doing the math. I didn't need to get into the minutia, but man, just know that you're gonna have all the tools, all the support, all the everything, but you don't expect anybody to do it for you. You're a business owner. You've got to take the initiative if you enroll. You've got to call those business owners. You've got to choose to invest a little money in some Craigslist ads to recruit some agents or whatever, or buy those Connect cards. Spend $100 too. That's your business. Of course, you got to invest in your business, unless you want a miracle. Now, you can either make it happen or you can hope it's going to happen, right? And just throw a lot of stuff against the wall. No, focus like a laser on the training that's provided to you free when you enroll. You have to watch the trainings. In fact, you're going to be obligated to do it before you can talk to a business owner very soon when the learning management software Nick mentioned is launched for every agent, including all those on here that come on to, to refresh and get plugged back in. We're all going to need to set the right expectations for those business owners and the new agents that are coming on. So the good news is that it's only getting better and better and better since we started. So you have nothing, as Nick said, nothing to lose. There's no excuses. If you're on a fence or something, just join and then watch the training, take the initiative. And if you can do that, you're going to be as successful as Nick, or maybe more, which would be nice, All right.
You went mute, Pops. So Matthew is my father. If no one got that, but great words of wisdom, and thanks to him, I got started out with DAC, and he showed me the way, pointed me into the right direction, gave me suggestions, and you can do the same. You can bring on brokers and help them out, mentor them. If you don't have experience building a team, we call it the buddy system, where you learn the process together. And as both of you succeed, as your broker succeeds, earn you're going to earn overrides as well, helping him succeed. So, guys, also one more thing before I go to Ash is, if you don't have any experience in the B2B space, I mean, there are many agents many brokers, many brokers that are coming on with B2B experience, accountants, CPAs, financial advisors, people with B2B experience. And that's phenomenal because they have a network, a market, clients to go right away and provide this knowledge and information to their clients. But if you don't come from a B2B space, that's not an issue. I don't come from a B2B space when I started out. And it's thanks to David Allen Capital's systems and trainings that are in place that teach you the entire process and how exactly to succeed here and how to acquire clients, because it's all proven already. So that's just one thing I wanted to throw out there. If you do not have any experience in this space, in the B2B space, no worries. You're going to learn and you're going to succeed. All right, Ash, how's it
Yes, Nick.
going? Yes, sir.
Going well, very well. Thank you for asking.
All right.
So,
How? Yes, sir.
Nick, I'm currently uh, doing commercial mortgage, most all in real estate side. So I don't have an opportunity to tap into the space that the deck is in. So, is there a conflict?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay,
There's no interest of conflict. You are an
yeah,
independent broker here. Yes. So as you, this is what we always suggest, because there are many mortgage brokers and professionals that are part of DAC, and they use this opportunity as an additional service to provide in their portfolios of services. So you go out
and
there.
also
Yes.
also the residual income opportunity. So that really is exciting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you already a broker with us, Ash?
No, I'm not. So I am not sure who is going to be my upline.
Okay. Okay. So did someone invite you here tonight?
No, matter of fact, I had tried to connect some time back. So since
Okay.
then, I have received emails, and today I just tried to get on the call to learn about the DAC,
Fantastic.
and I like it. I like what I see so far. So
Excellent. So Ash, welcome back, my friend. What I suggest
yes,
is sending an email to
uh-huh.
support at davidallencapital.com, so
Okay,
they can look back who your
okay,
enroller was, or
okay,
they're gonna put you back into the system. So just send an email
okay.
to them and they'll get you up and running.
All right, that sounds good. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. You bet. Welcome back. I see Chuck has his hand up. Let's see.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay. Yes, sir. I just was curious. Is this more for established businesses, or do you guys cater to any of the new businesses, 1 to 2 year businesses that don't really have an established income yet, or is there a separate funding process for the new guys on the block, so to speak?
Okay. So Chuck, did you jump on a little later in this call?
I was about 10, 15 minutes late. Yes.
Got it. Got it. Yep. So no worries, no worries. So we provide our funding platform, our online funding platform. We have two products. One is and it's all for established businesses. And the or one of our products, a business just has to be in business for at least 6 months or more, right? Even in some cases, it can be 4 months, 5 months in business, as long as they have a business checking account and they're generating at least $15,000 or more in revenue, we can help them out. So we have two products. Once you go back to the training, you're going to see each product, our core rate, which a business has to be 2 years in business or more, generating at least $15,000 or more in revenue the last 3 months, and have at least a 685 FICO. And our other product, our flex rate, is a much easier product for a business to be approved for. It's for businesses that are up and running for at least 6 months or more in business, generating at least $15,000 or more in revenue, and have at least a 550 FICO score. And in some cases, if there's a business with excellent cash flow, doing very good revenue, healthy revenue, and they even have a 500 FICO, we've been able to help businesses with a 500 FICO. It's not likely, but if revenue's good, if their statements look very healthy, then we can help them. But to answer your question again, Chuck, yes, as little as 6 months in business, we can help them, as long as
Fantastic.
they're generating revenue with a business checking account.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Nick.
Yes, yes, sir. Great question, Chuck. All right, excellent questions. And I'm just going to check the chat if there's another one. Any other questions here? Where and how can I take the certification? Carlos Perez. So I'll answer that quick. Carlos, the certification, we have a LMS launching very soon. It's our learning management system. It's a way that DAC is going to be able to certify all the brokers. And by doing so, DAC is going to ensure that all the brokers, the new brokers, and also the existing brokers understand what we are marketing, understand our service, our platform, approval amounts, qualifications. By doing that, DAC is going to ensure that all the brokers, once they go through certification, they come out the other end of the training process knowing exactly what to say and how to bring the correct expectations to the market, right? There are many brokers that set up the incorrect expectations momentarily, unfortunately, because they never go through the correct training, our initial training. So our LMS that's going to be launching very soon is going to be a way for DAC to certify every agent, existing and new agents coming on. So that's a brief answer for your question, Carlos. Great question. Now I see WM. Carl, let's see if we can unmute you. Yes, sir.
Yes, so I have a question. So, say you working with real estate investors. So, do you deal with real estate investors looking for funding?
Real estate investors, it's a tricky industry. So the real estate space, there is an area in the real estate that we can help, but investors, I'd have to double check with Wade Cordell, our senior funding officer, if specifically investors is someone that we can help. Like I said, an established business, who we can help, an established business that has a business checking account, is bringing in a certain amount of revenue per month, a minimum, which is $15,000 or more, and has been in business at least
Right.
6 months or two years or more, right? Depending on the product. So that's a great question. I'd have to double check with Wade. Based on what I know investors, I don't think we can help investors, but maybe Wade has knowledge of a lender that could definitely help an investor.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yes, and also WM, just make sure also on our Wednesday calls, every Wednesday we have our business funding training. Wade Cordell and sometimes David Rutz does them. Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Yes, we have our funding trainings where you can definitely jump on there, and we have great training session, 15 minutes short session, but you can bring questions there as well.
Okay,
But yeah,
cool. Thanks.
you bet. Great question. But as long as they're producing revenue, they have a company, right? And they meet the qualifications. I don't see that how we could not help them, right? So great question. Brian.
Cool. I'm new to this whole real estate space, and I wanted to ask if you had any recommendations to say a book or audiobook that really helped you develop, say, like a memory skill or just in the space in general that helped you.
Yeah. So Brian, the real estate space, we're in the funding space, right? So real estate space, we're not in the real estate space. We're in the business funding space. But that's a great question. One book that always that I've gone back to, more of a mindset type of book, is the Napoleon Hill, is having a burning desire, right? And also another book was how to win friends and influence people, right? That's a great book. But there's so many. I have them all over there in my bookshelf. But I always, and based to information and books I've read more of a mindset type of books where it's always good to have good information feedback on how to properly encounter every day. And I'm a big discipline guy. I'm very structured, and I've learned where if you write down what you want to accomplish here, and this is a little game plan, when you structure your game plan with your enroller and your upline leader, have in mind what you want to accomplish here, knowing after you go through training, have in mind what you want to accomplish, how much, and the steps to in order to get to that. It's going to take daily activity. And through daily activity, guys, what I've learned through this process and the systems is daily activity, whether you're having face-to-face conversations, emails, outreach, text messages, phone calls, right? We train on all of this in our initial training, Brian, but you want to create daily activity, critical tasks that push you forward, critical tasks that push you forward towards your goals, right? So you do that on a daily basis with the time that you have available. That's going to create momentum. And with that, when that momentum starts to compound and that starts to build up, that's where you're going to start to see a lot of success and a lot of results. And you're going to be able to establish a whole bunch of relationships by doing that. That's what we do, guys. We have an amazing service that business owners need, and our job here is to become the most professional, the most outspoken informer and educator on our business funding. You have to make it a priority. Business owners are going to need this at some point in their journey, right? So you want to make it a priority to establish as many relationships as possible in your local town, in your local community, right? And then it's spread from there. But you want to establish those relationships, nurture those relationships throughout time, because most may not have a need for funding now, but at some point they will. And you want to make it a priority when opportunity comes across that business owner's table, or something goes, they're presented with something, or they have a project and they say, oh man, I need working capital right now. You want them to have your name in mind. So when that happens, they pick up the phone or they reach out to you and say, hey, Brian, listen, we've been communicating for the past couple months. I have this and this going on. Can you help me? Right. So great question, Brian, but I do not see any more hands up. And all right, guys. So it is Thursday evening, July 3rd, and tomorrow is July 4th. So thanks to America, to this amazing country, we have the opportunity to pursue a business just like this, where we can create our financial goals. We can create. There's no ceiling here on what you can earn, and that's all thanks to the opportunity that we're provided here in this country and the freedom that we all have. So tomorrow, guys, I just want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Enjoy and have a blessed weekend. And let's celebrate our freedoms, because we are blessed to be part of this country that allows us to go after whatever we want to accomplish in our lives and make an impact to the people that we want to help. And that's all thanks to the United States of America. So God bless everyone. God bless the USA. God bless our freedoms, and rock and roll, guys. Have a blessed 4th of July weekend. And I'm not sure support if we do have a call tomorrow, our broker overview tomorrow, but I'm sure if there is something, you guys David is going to post it in the group. So
Yes, there will be a call, whether it's recorded and streamed, or if it's live. We're not sure yet, but there will be something streamed at 11:30. Either way.
Excellent. All right. Make sure to be part of the Facebook group, guys, so you can stay up to date. And if we don't see you tomorrow, next Tuesday, McGuire Tate will be doing the broker opportunity overview. The same overview, McGuire Tate. He's an independent broker as well. He's out there in the field helping clients, constantly in communication with businesses, and also he's part of corporate as well. So he does an amazing presentation from now until next Tuesday. You have time when you're out and about spending time enjoying your 4th of July weekend, if you come across someone where you say, hey, this person would dominate being a broker in DAC, invite them to next Tuesday's presentation, because you have the opportunity to start to bring on brokers on your team as well, right? So God bless everyone. You have a excellent rest of your evening and enjoy your